You know that feeling when you're stuck in a rut and you're craving change, but no matter what, you just can't seem to get your life on track? You set goals, you make plans, you even get started, but then something happens. Maybe you get distracted, maybe you feel like it's too hard, or maybe you just don't feel motivated. But whatever the reason, you end up abandoning your plans and going back to how things were before. So how do you break this cycle and make real lasting changes in your life? Well, in this video, we dive deep into the best-selling book Atomic Habits by James Clear to find out. Get ready to discover a powerful approach to self-improvement that's based on solid science and proven results. Whether you're looking to build better habits or break bad ones, this book is full of practical advice and actionable insights that you can use to improve your life starting today. So let's get started. Do you ever feel like you're just going through the motions in life, day after day, never really making any progress or achieving your dreams? If so, you're not alone. We all have bad habits that hold us back and prevent us from reaching our full potential. But what if there was a way to break free from this cycle and create a life that we're truly proud of? That's where the power of Atomic Habits comes in. In his book Atomic Habits, James Clear reveals a simple yet incredibly effective formula for building good habits and breaking bad ones. He argues that we shouldn't focus on making big sweeping changes to our lives, but rather on making small incremental improvements that compound over time. Clear's ideas are backed by science, and he explains how small changes can lead to big results with an example. Imagine that you're only 1% better each day at something. After a year, you'd be 37 times better than you are today. On the other hand, if you're 1% worse each day, you'd be 97% worse off after a year. Clear makes a compelling case for focusing on small changes, emphasizing that the real power of atomic habits lies in their ability to compound over time. By focusing on small improvements, we can create a snowball effect that leads to significant progress and achievement. Clear identifies 4 key laws that govern the formation of habits and can help us build better ones. These laws are based on the science of habit formation and have been proven to work time and time again. We'll explore each law in depth later in the video. But for now, here's a quick overview. The first law is to make it obvious. We need to make our desired habits more visible and accessible to ourselves. The second law is to make it attractive. We need to make our desired habits more appealing and enjoyable. The third law is to make it easy. We need to reduce the friction and make our desired habits easier to do. The fourth law is to make it satisfying. We need to increase the reward and satisfaction associated with our desired habits. But why should you care about building better habits? What's in it for you? Well, for starters, having better habits means that you'll achieve better outcomes. This could mean anything from improving your health and fitness to achieving your financial goals to building stronger relationships. Better habits also lead to better character. When you cultivate positive habits, you become a better version of yourself, more disciplined, more focused, more resilient. Finally, better habits mean better performance. When you have a solid foundation of good habits, you're able to perform at your best in all areas of your life. Now, let's look at some practical ways to start building better habits. First, identify the habits that you want to build. Take some time to reflect on the areas of your life that you want to improve and the habits that would help you do that. For example, if you want to improve your health, you might want to build habits like exercising regularly or eating healthier foods. Next, use the 4 laws to your advantage. Apply the 4 laws of habit formation to each habit that you want to build. Ask yourself how you can make the habit more obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. For example, if you want to build a habit of exercising regularly, you might decide to leave your workout clothes out so it is more obvious and easy to put them on. You might also try to find a workout buddy to make it more social and fun. Then, start small and gradually build up. Don't try to change everything all at once. Instead, start with 1 or 2 small habits and gradually build from there. For example, if you want to start meditating, you might begin by meditating for just 1 minute a day and gradually work your way up to longer sessions. Finally, be patient and persistent. Building new habits takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged if you slip up. Just pick yourself up and keep going. Remember, small changes, big results. James Clear shares a story about a hockey team that used to win the Stanley Cup almost every year. However, over time, their performance began to decline, and they were no longer considered contenders. But their biggest rival had also changed. This rival was a team that was built on small habits. They didn't try to make big changes overnight, but instead focused on small incremental improvements. As the season went on, this team continued to improve, winning game after game and eventually making it to the Stanley Cup Finals. They won the championship despite being considered underdogs at the beginning of the season. The moral of the story is that by focusing on small habits, you can achieve big results. But what happens when you don't focus on small habits? Clear tells a story about a famous singer who was known for his incredible voice. But as he got older, his voice began to deteriorate. His fans were shocked when they heard him singing, and his voice was no longer the same. The singer had neglected his voice and hadn't taken care of himself. As a result, he had lost his most valuable asset. The moral of the story is that if you don't focus on small habits, you can lose big things. Clear suggests that we can trick our brains into doing things that we do and really want to do by pairing them with things that we do want to do. For example, if we want to read more books, we can pair reading with a hobby that we already enjoy, like listening to music. Or if we want to exercise more, we can pair it with watching our favorite TV show. Another strategy that Clear recommends is to use habit stacking to build new habits. This involves pairing a new habit with an existing habit. For example, if we want to start meditating in the morning, we can stack it on top of our existing habit of brushing our teeth. After I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 1 minute. This allows us to leverage our existing habits to build new ones without having to create new triggers or rewards. Tracking is another important aspect of building better habits. By tracking our habits, we're able to see our progress and hold ourselves accountable. We can use a calendar or habit tracker to track our habits and celebrate our successes. Clear recommends setting a goal of never missing twice. This means that if you miss a day, it's okay, but you can't miss 2 days in a row. Lastly, Clear encourages us to focus on identity-based goals rather than outcome-based goals. Outcome-based goals are focused on achieving a specific result, such as losing weight or making more money. Identity-based goals, on the other hand, are focused on becoming a certain type of person. For example, you might say, I am the type of person who works out every day, or I am the type of person who eats healthy food. By focusing on identity-based goals, we're able to build better habits and achieve better outcomes. Overall, Atomic Habits is a great book that provides a clear and actionable framework for building better habits and achieving our goals. By following the 4 laws of habit formation and implementing the strategies that Clear recommends, we can start building better habits today and start seeing results tomorrow. Whether you want to improve your health, your finances, your relationships, or any other area of your life, the principles outlined in Atomic Habits can help you get there. So if you're ready to take control of your life and start building the habits that will lead you to success, we highly recommend checking out this book. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any thoughts, comments, or questions, please drop them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.